Now it's official, the average sales price of a home is now below the average asking price. Wonder what's gonna happen next. That's interesting, but I'm telling you, it's not the story. Rates? Well, this was bound to happen, and it ain't done, my friends.
The only reason we've had low interest rates for the past 4 years is because that's the way the Fed wanted it. It's not market conditions. It was 100% by design. But when you create artificial markets, it's like holding your breath underwater. Eventually, you're gonna have to pop up for air, and that's when reality hits. We've popped up for air, and welcome to the real world.
More on that in just a couple of seconds. Continuing to the point, Redfin noted a nosedive in home touring activity, which is down 38% since January over the last 4 weeks, with declining demand that led a near record share of homeowners to lower their asking prices. The average home sold for 3/10 less than their asking price for the 4 weeks ending September 4th, marking the very first time homes didn't sell above the list price in a year and a half. This is big news, guys, because it's a trend. Now, this is according to the firm's latest market report.
And maybe most disconcerting, about 2/3 of consumers have worried in the past month about affording groceries due to rising costs. And as you can see from this food chart, it's the leading category for inflation. That's why it's not surprising, but a pinch disturbing that sites like Klarna, Zip, Zilch, Affirm, and Afterpay, sites that will deliver groceries and allow you to pay later for them, and they're killing it. Listen, if there was ever a canary in the coal mine that foretold of things to come, it's this little tidbit. We are financing our groceries in record numbers today.
At the same time, Zip said it notched 95% growth in the United States grocery purchases. This is according to the New York Times. Klarna reported that more than half of the top 100 items its app users are now buying are groceries and household items. The fact that there's a large number of Americans that simply can't afford to buy food highlights the desperation that this economic climate creates.
Let's keep raising rates. Let's keep printing money and giving it away. This is maddening, and as the Carpenters sang, we've only just begun.
This, my friends, is a graph from Fred, the St. Louis Federal Reserve. This is a graph of the Federal Reserve balance sheet. This is what ultimately affects your mortgage interest rates. Now, look at the left of the graph. It's 2008. The balance sheet was almost non-existent. It was less than $1 billion. Now, look what's happened since then. Move your eyes all the way over to the right. The balance sheet has grown in just a few short years to $8,800 billion. Do you want to know what those are? Those are your mortgage-backed securities the Fed has been buying since 2008 to keep your rates low and the country afloat. Notice on the left how the balance sheet is edging a little bit lower, though ever so slightly. That little hump that's trending down on the right-hand side is your rates going from the 2s to the 6s.
So ask yourself, what if that balance sheet drops to a still high $4 trillion? What would that do to rates? I'm telling you, don't fret rates in the 6s, because you might even be looking at rates of 8 or even higher. And if you think that sounds crazy, it is not. It has happened before, and it's gonna happen again.
But the good news, I've said it before, we as a society, we just consume and consume and consume. Just told you that we're financing food right now. We're financing corn dogs, Cheetos, and Capri Suns in record numbers. Here's really the moral to the story, and it's always going to be this. Keep your nose down, keep your spirits high, and focus on your task at hand, and you're gonna be okay. Somebody is going to sell mortgages to people across this country, no matter what the rates are. It's either going to be you or somebody else. All you have to do is out-hustle the average loan officer in this country, and I gotta tell you, the bar is pretty damn low right now. Okay, so in this market, so as long as you focus, you're gonna be okay in this market. This deteriorating market, which is going to continue to deteriorate in the coming weeks, months, and possibly even years. Hey, listen, as a loan officer or as a company, what's the most important thing to you? Is it rates? Is it turn times? Is it product availability? Is it culture? There are so many things that really go into a fantastic mortgage company, and there's no one right answer. It has to be tailored to the loan officer. If you're considering playing the game of musical chairs and moving to a new company, or if you're a company and you're thinking of moving your entire operations, we've got friends all around the country who could help you out. All you have to do is reach out to us. Just click this banner right over there, and we'll have an anonymous conversation. Just chew the fat, bump some gums, and see if there's better solutions out there for you. Because things, my friends, are changing everywhere.